Just a minute ago, I was with my brother Charlie.
It's magic!
No, Charlie, don't! And now, here we are.
Based on that toy your grandma bought for you thinking it was Lego comes Playmobil the movie, inspired by the poor man's Legos and or slightly above poverty line Mega Bloks. A movie announced back in 2014, the year Lego Movie 1 released. I'm honestly surprised Playmobil came out. I don't mean I'm surprised it exists, there was just no marketing. No one had any faith in this film, and it made almost no money at the box office in a year full of other animated bombs. I watched Arctic Dogs, Ugly Dolls, and Secret Life of Pets this year, and they were all terrible. 2019, I say, is one of the worst years for animated movies, whereas TV animation this year is just amazing. Now, as the year wraps up, I'm watching Playmobil, and it's a lot better than I expected. I wouldn't say it's good, but for a rental to watch in the background, it was amusing, yet makes a lot of strange choices I'll get into soon.
Well played.
The Playmobil movie is about a live-action brother and sister getting transported into an animated Playmobil universe. They get separated and have to find each other on a big road trip through various lands. Let me just say right now, all the best jokes were in the trailer, but it's well-paced, graphically looks fine, characters are expressive, there's some nice designs, like these slime creatures or this slug lady who I loved. It's alright overall, but the movie feels like it's ashamed of the toy it's based on. Like, I don't think I heard a single mention of the word Playmobil anywhere within the movie. They show Playmobil toys, but no one calls them that, and there's no label on screen of Playmobil. I actually saw more branding from Porsche, the car manufacturer.
Over the last several months, a number of citizens vanished into thin air.
Do you think it's the same people who took my brother?
I'm 100% almost sure.
Yeah, a Porsche car and its logo appear several times through the film in toy form, and it's only because Playmobil made Porsche toys, which I don't know who they're marketing to. If you're buying Playmobil, I don't think you can afford a Porsche. I don't think anyone can afford a Porsche. Who is this for?
Nee.
So get this, the Lego movie featured Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, Lego NBA All-Stars, and a Bionicle for like 1 second. And Playmobil has car. Good old car. I checked their site and Playmobil has tie-ins with How to Train Your Dragon, the NHL, and Ghostbusters. None of that was in the movie, but in one of the live-action scenes early on, the girl is told to walk through a cardboard arch at a toy convention. The arch looks a little too close to the Ghostbusters fire station front entrance, so I think maybe something went wrong and they just lost the license after they built this arch. I guess Ghostbusters was like, hey, we already have enough bad press, don't get us involved with your Lego movie, okay? I don't think even the toy company cared. On the Playmobil site, I expected there to be a huge banner plugging the movie in theaters now, but no, this is their website on the weekend of the premiere. The only mention at first glance is this tiny little button here. Even in the actual movie, the title card is weirdly hidden away. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear it only showed up at the very end, like most modern movies, except it's not a big freeze frame of a title card like, ta-da! No, the title is just really tiny in the credits scrolling up with the rest of the crew names. Are they ashamed? Again, it's not that bad of a movie, just really weird. The intro is especially weird.
There's so much world out there to see, and it's waiting for me.
The opening tone of the film is way more tragic than everything else after. They open to what sounds like a Disney Channel original movie song. It's this teenage girl and her little brother who get along perfectly and they're all singing about how life is great and love playing with their toys together. It's the happiest, hokiest song ever. Every room in the house is bright with sunlight illuminating the rooms. It's going great until some cops arrive announcing their parents, who we have never seen, were in an accident. Their family's dead. 3 minutes into the movie, a new record. It then cuts to 4 years later, and the two are real fed up with each other's BS. Their lives are miserable, the house is dark, it's storming outside, they got cardboard Amazon boxes all over the house, the older sister is a foster parent now. I was kind of interested in how this will play out, but then the rest of the film is just them on a goofy adventure through Playmobil land. Whoopee! Lilo and Stitch, this ain't. But at least this doubles as a musical, sort of. It's like a musical for half the film. There's about 3 songs and they just give up halfway through. The songs are fine, but I really like the villain's song by this Roman Emperor Maximus, the villain, played by Adam Lambert. You know, Gordo from Lizzie McGuire. Oh wait, correction, it was Adam Lambert from American Idol, not Adam Lamberg. Whoops. He just radiates this pompous, whiny, flamboyant villain rage, and so does his character. He reminds me of the Antichrist from American Dad.
I give the people what they want, and what they want's a little shocking. The bigger the beast, the messier the face, but much to their delight, I give the people what they want, and what they want's a fight.
I'll say it's a good song, and fun fact, this is the second musical film by STX Entertainment Studios, the first one being Ugly Dolls. Awesome. The other good character was Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter of all people, as Rex Dasher, this spy parody. A funny character who isn't in the movie all that much, yet the marketing seems to focus on him. Go watch the second trailer, you'd assume he was the main character when it's really these siblings. 2 real-life humans who turn into toys thanks to magic. The boy turns into an adult barbarian with super strength and can beat up all these other guys, and the girl becomes... girl. She has no powers. What also bugged me is the boy doesn't use his powers all that much. Like, they should be indulging in the fun of it. Shazam came out earlier this year. Do something like that. I love Shazam. You often forget the kid has powers and spends most of his time captured. The movie also forgets that they're toys in general. Like, look at the Lego Movie. That film does its best to stay in the realm of Legos. Characters can't bend their limbs, they jitter around at different frame rates, they have little scratches and fingerprints on them. Many people, including me, thought it was a stop-motion film at first. They truly emulated stop-motion Lego films, whereas Playmobil plays around with the idea that they're toys for a little bit. But then they just kind of forget it, and it's just the typical film where they can bend their limbs. Did this need to be a toy movie? Does it use the theme of creating? No, it doesn't. This could have easily have been a remake of Pagemaster given the live action to cartoon combination. But despite all my gripes, this movie is an alright Redbox rental. I've seen far worse, as 2019 looks to be among the worst for movie animation. At best, we got a bunch of good movies, nothing mind-blowing. I guess maybe Promare looks pretty cool, haven't seen that. Whereas, let me remind you, TV animation? Yeah. It's the opposite of 2009. Remember 2009 movies? And now remember 2009 TV. Dark times. So many of these 2019 films I've covered have been massive bombs, critically and financially, one after the other. Like, good job breaking new records on who has the worst box office opening. But consider this a good thing. People vote with their wallets. A lot of these were released with no marketing, likely because some executive knew it was terrible and didn't bother with them. Maybe this will wait out the week. Less people are watching movies, more are streaming. Maybe in the 2020s, movies will be reserved for the big studio films like Pixar or DreamWorks, while these lesser bargain movies stick to Walmart releases. But there'll still be smaller studios putting in the effort. Like, look at the movie Claws on Netflix, a 2D film. Had that come to theaters, I feel it would have also bombed. It's a lesser known studio, thus not as much promotion, but maybe streaming is a better place for good movies on a lower budget. Who knows what the 2020s will bring, but if it's anything to go by, 2009 TV vastly improved just 1 year later. Maybe we can do the same again. We got 2 non-sequel Pixar movies coming. Scoob looks like it'll reignite my interest in this overdone franchise. It's gotta get better eventually.
Don't give up. Challenge again.
Fireplaces glowing, icicles growing. overflowing with cheer. It's that wonderful season we all find so pleasing, the Toys R Us time of year. The world's biggest toy stores, Toys R Us. The biggest selection, Toys R Us. It's a Toys R Us time of year. Toys R Us.
Damn yuppies.